Hi, everybody. This is Jaden Bax with Avenue Financial out of Crossfield, Alberta, and I'm joined as always by my cousin Mike Parkinson of Dominion Lending Centers out in Campbell River on Vancouver Island. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing excellent. How are you, Jay?
I'm loving life. It's cold. It's for you new to Canada people. One of the things I'm going to tell you is get ready to learn about what the temperature is with wind chill. So we're sitting at
Totally.
we're sitting at minus 29 in Alberta with a wind chill. It feels like it's minus 42. So you'll get very used to that phrase wind chill when you move to Canada.
Get a couple winter jackets and put them on.
That's it. That's right. You're going to need it. So, anyway, another thing that you're going to hear a lot about as you go through the mortgage process is insurance.
Yeah.
You're going to hear about all kinds of insurance. You're going to need home insurance. There's going to be 1,000 people selling you life insurance. But the insurance that we're talking to you about today is something that you don't really have a choice whether you pay or not. It just totally depends on your down payment, and that's mortgage insurance. So there's basically three types. We'll go through them one by one. And why don't you introduce the types of mortgages and how they're insured, Mike?
Yeah. So there's the typically insured mortgage, which is insured through one of our mortgage default insurers. And that's typically when you put less than 20% down. Everybody in Canada has to pay that. And then there's the insured mortgages, which is, insurable. Sorry, Jay. It's confusing. See, I'm
Yeah,
confused. I've been doing this 20
exactly.
years.
Yeah,
Insurable. So I knew you were going to jump in there and correct me there. So insurable means that we have to follow the insured guidelines, but you can put more than 20% down. But you can't do more. You can't do more than a 25-year amortization, and it has to fit within those guidelines. And then there's the uninsurable, which means you can put 20% down, but with the new to Canada, you still have to follow the uninsurable guidelines. So it can get really confusing. So this is where we can come in and help try to mitigate
yeah.
that. It
So,
even confuses us sometimes.
well, and I think the big thing out of that is that with as a new to Canada person, uninsurable is off the table for you. So
Yeah.
there's no 30-year amortizations. You can't use this program to refinance.
Right.
And you can't buy a rental as a new to Canada, right? Until you've established credit. So that's off the table. The two big ones that we're going to talk about today are insured and insurable. And so
Yep.
I'm going to start with insured. Basically, the vast majority of the clients that I get that are new to Canada start in this bucket, and it means that you put less than 20% down on your mortgage. So let's say for a $500,000 purchase price, your down payment for that home is less than $100,000. And so what the government has done, the CMHC and Genworth and Sage and the three mortgage insurers in Canada, is they've created a program whereby you pay into a pool of insurance. And if you default on your mortgage for whatever reason, they've protected the lenders, which allows the lenders to give you some better rates and take on a little bit more risk on themselves. So there's a table for that. It's in my guide. Happy to share it. But basically, if you put 5% down, you're going to pay 4% mortgage insurance. 10% down, you're going to pay 3.1% mortgage insurance. 15% down, you're going to pay 2.8% mortgage insurance, and then at the 20, you'll have no insurance at all. And so the important thing about that is people are worried about, well, where the heck, I just put 5% down. Where the heck am I going to come up with this other 4% for mortgage insurance? It's not something you have to worry about. It's just rolled into your mortgage, and it's something that we do the calculations on while we're doing your mortgage. So you don't have to have extra savings or anything like that. Isn't that right, Mike?
Absolutely. And the biggest advice, I guess, I wanted to make based on those numbers Jay just gave you is if you can jump between the 5 and the 10% down, that's going to save you the most in the insurance premium. Between the 10 and the 15%, the savings is a little bit less, right, Jay? Between the
Yeah.
4% and the 3.1, that's what I try to talk to my clients about and say, if you can get to 10%, if you can't, no problem. But if you can, it does save you that much. As long as you're not scrimping to get that kind of money, because it's just not worth it. Your payment's not going to drop drastically. It's just the savings in the mortgage insurance premium.
Yeah, absolutely. You're saving almost 1%. And then we know, as new to Canada people, we've talked about this in past videos, when you go to 10%, the way that you can show your credit history is much simpler. You just have to
Right.
show 6 months
Right.
bank statement. So there's a double whammy there.
Yep.
But the one thing that the question that I get a lot, Mike, and I'm sure you get this actually with new to first time home buyers, sorry, not
Yep.
new to Canada as well.
Yep.
Am I better off to do that 20% down, pay no mortgage insurance, even though I know that the rates are going to be slightly higher? What do you think?
Yeah, like it's different for new to Canada because you can only do the 25-year AM. But for many people, if they like for my first time home buyers, if they could put the 20% down, then they can do a 30-year amortization. This is not new to Canada, first time home
Yeah,
buyers. So it's different. So it allows them to qualify for more, right? But if you can put 20% down, great. I mean, to me, that's what I would do because you have more equity in your home, gives you the lower payment. It just gives you a sense of more security. So what do you think about that,
absolutely.
Jay?
Yeah, and the math backs it up, right? So
100%.
even if you can only do that 25-year, the person putting 19.99% down with a slightly lower rate, and the person putting 20% down, if you can avoid paying that mortgage insurance, you're still going to pay less for your mortgage over the 25 years, right?
Well, and that's
So,
where we can do the math for people, and I always do. I always say, here's the difference, and
yeah,
here's what you're going to owe at the end. So, and then people really decide for them what's going to work best for them. If they're scrimping and they got nothing left, then don't put everything down because owning a house, it costs you money. So, I mean, you got to be able to have money in the bank for
absolutely.
if your hot water tank goes, you need roof repairs, appliances, things like that. So that's kind of the strategies that as brokers, Jay, we come up with our clients.
Absolutely. So if you know somebody who's wanting to move out to beautiful Vancouver Island and enjoy some mild weather,
Beautiful.
yes, it's beautiful. Give Mike a call. If you know anybody crazy enough to be moving out to Alberta, wanting to find out what wind chill is all about,
It's gorgeous
please.
out there.
It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. We're enjoying our time in front of the fireplace at this time of year and not heading out too much. But give us a call. Like these are the kinds of things we love to educate. We love to talk about all the minutiae of mortgages. So you got Mike's number, my number down below. We're always happy to have a chat.
Awesome,
Um,
Jay.
yeah, with that being said, this is our last tips for mortgages new to Canada of 2022. We're wishing everybody out there just a fabulous Christmas, whatever you celebrate, and a wonderful New Year's. We can't wait to talk to you guys in the new year.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got tons of good content coming in the new year. It's going to be interesting. So stick with us and happy holidays to everybody.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.